Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island recap. With the clock ticking, the team races to locate an original flood tunnel. This was yet another action-packed episode of The Curse of Oak Island. Dr. Spooner was back in the swamp, assessing the giant boulders unearthed by the paved area. His assessment: he couldn't find a natural reason for why the rocks were there. Which means someone placed them there. Meanwhile, Laird Niven was at the home of Dan McGinnis. He thinks he's found a trapdoor, which could lead to a secret basement that could be hiding untold treasures. Also, we got the results back from the testing of last week's artifact. It appears to have originated from the Eastern Mediterranean, which caused Gary Drayton to become excited about Templar Knights again. The artifact was also found to contain mercury, which led the guys to once again theorize about Sir Francis Bacon's links to the island. It is known that Bacon experimented with mercury, and some experts believe he may have buried treasure there. The cofferdam at Smith's Cove needs to be removed. However, the main focus of this week's episode was a race against the clock. The cofferdam, which has been in place at Smith Cove for 2 years now, needed to be removed. The permit granted by the provincial government 2 years ago stipulated it had come down, and the area was to be restored to how it had been beforehand. This meant they would have to suspend all excavations at Smith Cove and the uplands for the rest of the year, while this work was carried out. So they had 24 hours to dig out what they hoped was a flood tunnel, located last week in the uplands. Billy Gerhardt pulled up a broad beam with the digger, which was assessed by Terry Matheson. He declared that the axe markings in the wood meant it was from about 1769. This meant its original work, put there by someone burying treasure. Then at approximately 60 feet down, the guys thought they might have found it. The hole they dug wasn't stable and could have collapsed at any moment. They sent a camera down on the digger's bucket. Flood tunnel or hole on Oak Island. Looking at the footage, Rick and Marty Lagina mused over whether it was a hole or a tunnel. After consulting with the guys, they declared it must be an original tunnel. The wood and soil patterns suggested it must be a tunnel, and an original one at that. Surely they will next have to get an expert in to look at the footage. Agonizingly, that was all our guys could do. The next day, Irving Equipment rolled up on the island and began pulling up the cofferdam, bringing the 2-year operation at Smith's Cove and the uplands to an end. It brought a chance to reflect on the many items the team discovered there the past 2 years, from the slipway to the concrete wall, to countless wooden structures and, of course, the box drain. Then there was the find that sparked the whole operation. To begin with, the 600-year-old lead cross that originated from the south of France, an area synonymous with the Knights Templar. We can be sure the guys won't give up and will be back at Smith's Cove and the uplands as soon as they can. The Curse of Oak Island has captivated treasure hunters and history enthusiasts alike with its intriguing blend of mystery, adventure, and a relentless quest for answers. In this episode, the excitement reaches new heights as the team races against time to locate an original flood tunnel, a critical component in their ongoing search for the island's elusive treasure. The episode opens with the team gathered around the war room table, maps and historical documents spread out before them. Rick and Marty Lagina, the heart and soul of the Oak Island operation, are flanked by their trusted companions, including veteran treasure hunter Dan Henske, metal detection expert Gary Drayton, and historian Charles Barkhouse. Atmosphere is electric with anticipation and urgency. We're running out of time, Rick declares, his voice steady but laden with the weight of their mission. The winter freeze is coming, and we need to make significant progress before the ground becomes too hard to work. Marty nods in agreement, his analytical mind already racing through potential strategies. Our best bet is to focus on the area around Smith's Cove. We've found some compelling evidence there that suggests the presence of an original flood tunnel. The team members exchange determined glances, each of them acutely aware of the importance of this discovery. The flood tunnels, designed to protect the treasure from intruders by flooding the money pit with seawater, have long been one of the most challenging obstacles in their quest. If they can locate and map an original tunnel, it could lead them directly to the treasure vault or provide critical clues to bypass the island's ingenious booby traps. With a plan in place, the team heads out to Smith's Cove. The site is a hive of activity, with heavy machinery and excavation equipment at the ready. As they begin their meticulous search, Gary Drayton takes the lead with his trusty metal detector, scanning the ground for any metallic anomalies that might indicate the presence of a tunnel or other significant artifacts. "Come on, baby, give me something good," Gary mutters, his eyes fixed on the screen of his detector. The familiar sound of a hit sends a ripple of excitement through the group. "Got something here," Gary calls out, and the team quickly converges on his position. They dig carefully, uncovering a series of old wooden planks that appear to be part of a collapsed structure. Could this be part of the original flood tunnel? Rick wonders aloud, examining the wood with a mixture of hope and skepticism. Charles Barkhouse steps forward, his knowledge of the island's history proving invaluable. "It's possible. The construction style matches what we know about the original builders. We need to dig deeper to be sure." The excavation continues, with the team uncovering more pieces of the wooden structure and what appears to be a section of stonework. As they dig, the ground becomes increasingly waterlogged, a clear sign that they're on the right track. "Careful, everyone," Marty warns. "If this is a flood tunnel, we could trigger a collapse or flood ourselves." Undeterred, they press on, their efforts rewarded when they unearth a series of interconnected stone channels, precisely the kind of engineering they'd expect from the original flood tunnel system. The discovery sends a thrill through the group, but there's no time to celebrate just yet. "We need to map this out," Rick says, his mind already plotting the next steps. "If we can trace these channels back to their source, we might find a way into the money pit." The team works tirelessly, using advanced surveying equipment to create a detailed map of the newly uncovered flood tunnel. As they do, they uncover a series of intriguing clues, strange symbols carved into the stone, remnants of old tools, and what appears to be a small chest, heavily corroded but still intact. "Could this be it?" Gary asks, his voice hushed with excitement as they carefully open the chest. Inside, they find a collection of old coins, some dating back to the 17th century, and a series of cryptic documents written in a mix of Latin and an unknown code. "This could be the breakthrough we've been waiting for," Marty says, his eyes shining with determination. These documents might hold the key to understanding the entire flood tunnel system. Back in the war room, the team pores over the documents, enlisting the help of linguistic experts and cryptographers. The process is painstakingly slow, but they manage to decode fragments of the text, revealing references to hidden chambers, intricate traps, and a treasure of unimaginable value. "We're getting closer," Rick says, his voice filled with a mix of excitement and resolve. "But we need to move fast. Winter is almost here, and we can't afford to lose this momentum." As the episode draws to a close, the team gears up for their most ambitious dig yet. They've pinpointed a location where the flood tunnel system appears to converge, a spot that could very well lead them to the heart of the money pit. The final scenes show the team working tirelessly, the harsh weather conditions making their task even more challenging. The ground is hardening and the cold winds bite at their faces, but their spirits remain unbroken. "We're not giving up," Rick declares, his voice a rallying cry for his team and for viewers who have followed their journey. "We're closer than ever, and we're going to see this through to the end." As they dig deeper, the promise of discovery looms large. The Curse of Oak Island has always been a tale of perseverance and unwavering belief in the face of daunting odds. With the clock ticking, the team's race to locate the original flood tunnel is a testament to their dedication and unyielding quest for the truth hidden beneath the island's surface.